afraid. Be very afraid.
The email.
But this is the
I
right
got
way to
the
spend
email.
money.
Hold on. There we go. Today at 1:11 p.m. Shout Factory, massive markdown sale, 70% off these bundles. And the three that are the biggest sellers right now are Krampus the Naughty Cut, limited edition, with poster prism sticker for $14.99. Village of the Damned, collector's edition, 2 exclusive posters, exclusive slipcover, and vinyl for $22.49. And the biggest one, we're going to have a remembrance of an episode, My Bloody Valentine, collector's edition, exclusive poster, prism sticker, enamel pins, $31.79. And the disc, actually, the disc looks like actually a special heart. Oh,
That's
yeah.
Not a good bundle.
I don't think I need to double dip on that. I have it already. I have their
Okay.
release. I don't think I need to.
Their release of Alligator,
oh,
you mean? Or
No, their release
Krampus.
of My Bloody Valentine.
It comes in a candy box.
Krampus is the one that would tempt me.
I told Jada I own the theatrical cut. As I'm looking at it, it's actually a nice set. I mean, the uncut version has a little more blood and gore in it, so it's more off the wall. But I mean, even the theatrical version, I know we're not talking about Krampus tonight, but Krampus is a good horror film, especially the Jester.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was a pleasant
I mean,
surprise.
Yeah,
We didn't get a song solo like an Anchorman. I was very disappointed about
but
that.
but you're dropping this on me the day my $70 worth of 4Ks showed up. I got the Criterion 4K
Ooh.
of William Friedkin's Sorcerer.
Nice.
Which
That's such a great movie.
that's gonna be incredible.
That's so good. Like,
Mhm. And then I got the import 4K for Black Sheep, not the Chris Farley one, the Killer Sheep one.
The killer.
is there
sheep
chocolate
one
pudding in the
Uh-huh.
that
fridge?
cracks?
There was no chocolate pudding in the fridge.
We are 100% putting that on the list just so I can watch it in 4K.
Yeah,
I want to see Black Sheep. Black Sheep is seems like a good film. It's very Wolfman.
It's awesome. Like it's funny. It's got the effects are really solid. They do really good stuff with the gore. It works
Cool.
surprisingly.
Speaking
well.
of really good effects that work surprisingly well, we are doing Alligator 1980 tonight, and you will be surprised, viewers, if you have not seen it in a while or haven't seen it yet, just how good the special effects
It's
are in
excellent.
that movie for
Hey,
what it is.
I'll just give you a preview. It was so hard to find 1-star reviews.
Good.
That makes
There-
sense.
There is not a 1-star review for Alligator.
There shouldn't be.
Google.
I mean,
There's not a 2-star review for Alligator on Google.
is this our first movie?
Wow.
I had to go other places. I had to.
Oh,
I have
okay.
1-stars. Don't you worry. I
was-
found them.
Yeah, there's people
But
insist.
I had
How-
to look.
Robert Forrest is, I mean, it took me a while. John had to reveal the name as I refused to look it up because I knew it. He's so good. And it's such an underrated horror gem because I didn't hear it until you guys told me about it. And I was like, all right. And now
man.
I'm probably going to buy it from Shout Factory when we get our first paycheck on Monday.
I think I said to John, Alligator is what Piranha was trying to
Yes.
be.
And
Like that's a spiritual successor to Jaws kind of thing, and Alligator pulls off a whole lot
Oh,
lot
yes.
more.
And it's paced well. I like the pacing of it, and it's suspenseful. And the deaths, you get that point of view, and it just works.
And they understand what they're working with. Yes, it's a Jaws ripoff, but Louis Teague, who directed it, really understood the same thing Spielberg understood with Jaws. You don't have the budget to make the greatest creature. So you
Right.
don't reveal it all the time. You just give enough of it to know that it's there and to know the threat.
This wasn't Jurassic Park. This was is what they were working with, and they did a good job with stock footage of gators. They did a good job with like putting real life gators and things, and then kind of messing with the camera angles. Those are the hokiest shots, though. I didn't like those as much.
Okay.
And then they do have the animatronic, massive gator, and then the gator head for the sewers, which was pretty sweet. But it's that part just is icing on the cake. The actual movie rides this wave of good noir style writing. They mess with puppies, so you immediately hate like bad people, and then you enjoy that the alligator's eating some of those people.
And unlike Conjuring, it actually means something. I don't love that they're killing dogs in it, but it means something.
Right. They double down on it when they go into the scene. So for the listeners, the whole beginning of it is we'll run through the beginning super fast. It goes to a gator farm. There's some wrestling. Guy gets mauled, which is pretty sweet. And then the little girl convinces her parents to buy her a gator. They drive to St. Louis with it, and then they move to New York, and the parents don't want to deal with it anymore, so they flush it. So that's where we start. They flush it down the toilet.
Chicago.
So
Chicago. My
Yeah,
bad, not New York.
I'll actually go back there because I don't think either of you would have experienced it because I don't know how long it lasted after I did. But have you ever witnessed alligator wrestling?
I've done it once in Florida. It's interesting.
Yeah. I mean, so much of it, I think, was showmanship. I think I was probably 6-ish.
Yeah, it's really wrestling.
In there, and you have the gator wrestler. And he's like, "Yeah, this is really dangerous. Don't do it at home." And he like holds up his hands, and he's like missing some fingers, but they could also just be tucked behind. And he's like, "Oh, look at what happens. This is what I." And it's just so strange.
It's so weird way to make money.
It's a weird little piece of like Americana that
it very
I think
much
a
so
lot
is.
of people will never experience because
Well, you
I
drive through
can't imagine
Louisiana.
they're still there, right?
Louisiana has the venomous snake houses all over the place too, and that's wild. I can't imagine a place I'd want to go to less.
Hey, Bob, one of the snakes got loose. Oh, shit. Which one? The python.
Yeah. Not again. It was like on a kid's neck. No.
Timmy.
So they get to Chicago. Right. Sorry, John.
Before we go too much further, you guys
Yes.
want to play a game?
I didn't know if you had one in the
He's always
back
got
pocket this
one.
week.
Of course I do. It's
Tricky.
another real or fake.
I'm coming
Yeah?
back for my title.
Yep.
Or-
Real or fake alligator and crocodile movies.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Brian, I think my 1 week winning streak is about to come to an end.
I don't know. We'll
Because Brian's
see.
probably
I
seen
mean,
some of these.
I don't think so.
Oh, God.
I dug deep for the real ones.
Okay.
And I think the fake ones fit really well.
I'll definitely
in
get
with the real
Python
ones.
if Python's on there. I just saw that the other day. Funny enough, a trailer.
We'll see. All right, you ready? Movie number 1. Hellgator, Spawn of the Bayou. An exorcist must remove the alligator demon Blightjaw from a young girl.
Oh, this is fun.
I'm going to say real. I want it to be real. That's why.
I'm going to say real too, because I want it to be real. If John came up with
Did
that,
you?
we need to write that script. Oh,
That is
right.
fake.
Do you have
Wow.
that written down? Please tell me you have that written down. All right.
Oh yeah, of course I do. Yeah, I can't do this
Xenomania.
off my head.
Texas
It's not all
Xenomania
written
Productions presents Hellgator.
right?
Let's do it.
All right, so 0 for 1. Number 2, Mega Python versus Gatoroid.
Oh,
The battle of overgrown beasts rages in the Everglades.
Real.
this feels like
Yeah.
a sci-fi one.
That's where I'm going with it.
Real.
Yeah.
It is real.
And real.
This one stars both Debbie Gibson and Tiffany.
The singer?
Oh,
Both singers, yep. Both
Okay.
80s pop stars.
Tiffany was recognizable for me. The other one, Debbie.
Oh, you don't know the electric youthfulness of Debbie Gibson.
Okay, Debbie Gibson. There we go. All right.
who is a leading herpetologist in this movie.
Well, now I do.
It's the most
She-
unbelievable part of the movie.
Yeah. She's hideous, by the way.
She's good for
Truly.
Robert
She's-
Forrest.
She's an interesting look.
Wait, what did John say?
She has an interesting.
Okay.
She has an interesting look.
No, she's gorgeous. This is the lead female, right?
She's a herpetologist.
No, not an
Oh.
alligator. Not an
Oh.
alligator. It's a pop
In
star,
that
Debbie
movie.
Gibson.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. No, the
Oh,
one in
duh.
Alligator is
Duh.
the
Never
one in
mind.
Alligator is solid. All right. Number 3,
What way to put it?
Jurassic Predator Extinction. Laura LaCroix must return home in her father's absence and face off with the Alligator X, the T-Rex of the ocean.
I feel like John was drinking a LaCroix when he wrote this, and he was like, I need a name. Laura LaCroix.
Wait, hold on. Oh, that's what I was
What's he
going to
drinking
say.
right now? Is that a LaCroix? That'll steal a deal.
Just
It might be
water.
a LaCroix in that cup, though. It is seltzer water.
He had a
Oh,
really
the seltzer's
solid
already-
fake one earlier, so I don't trust anything now. Really solid fake one earlier. So his creative juices are flowing. That was a good one. If that was fake too, that
I'll
was a
go
very good
real.
one.
I'll take a chance.
I feel like it's real, but I'm gonna go fake to just be, my own man.
It's real. You want to know who's in this one?
Who?
Among others? Do you remember the rapper Paul
Yes.
Wall?
Yes.
Told you I went
Walls.
deep on these.
Yeah, you did. Paul Wall's probably so excited about it. Oh, look at the grills. American rapper and DJ on Paul Wall. Do we remember the rapper Paul
So you went
Wall?
directly with DC movies. I love it. I'm just thinking of sci-fi, like those
Mhm.
sci-fi trailers.
Look at him. Look
Oh.
at the glory. The glory. Oh.
Hill Gone Last, featuring Paul Wall, baby.
I mean, that makes the movie a must watch, right?
That'll be on our list next
Mhm.
year.
But I don't think we could talk about it for more than like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It would have to be like a special episode of all of these like
Terrible.
low B gator movies. Which brings me to movie number 4. Eaten Alive. Judd owns a rundown hotel in East Texas and murders people who bother him or the hotel and feeds them to his pet crocodile.
In more rank, Judd. Judd's got it figured out.
I'm gonna go
Fake.
fake.
This is real.
Wow. Oh,
This is the movie that
good week for us.
this is the movie that gave me the knowledge that Allison thinks that Robert Englund is hot.
Well, he's a sexy
Neat.
beast.
Because
Claws, all that.
I don't know. I mean, maybe I just don't have a good sense of what's attractive in a man, so I don't see it. But I like his movies.
Hold on, real quick. I was gonna make a comment, but we're gonna include this. John disappeared for literally like a minute on my screen, and I wasn't gonna say anything because I was like, I'm hoping he's gonna come back, and he just came back now. I'm very happy. Yeah,
That's good. That's good. It's probably from the screen
I
share.
was like, wait a minute, what just happened?
Maybe.
Martin's here. John,
From Still Here, baby.
Ready?
All right. Let's see
Next
what else
movie,
we got.
Bog Terror. A family moves to the bayou
Sirs.
only to discover their home and property are overrun by angry gators.
yeah, I'm gonna go fake.
Fake.
That one is fake.
Okay, cool.
I'm
We're-
almost disappointed now when you guys
Yay.
get them.
I don't know. Oh,
There's gonna be a one day where
Almost.
we'll just sweep it, and you're gonna be like, damn it, we're going with the D movies.
it's going to encourage you to to change your writing style and stuff. It'll be fun as we continue to progress.
Yep. All right. Next one. Swamp ritual. A Pentecostal church loses containment of their ceremonial alligator, and soon the parish
I'm gonna say
becomes
real
food.
because it's like Scientology.
Real.
Oh,
That's
damn.
fake.
Oh, man. I should have gone with my gut on that one.
It was the joke. I'm sorry.
I really liked that one too. I
Yep,
liked
I
the
bet.
Pentecostal church.
I just kept
Cool.
thinking like of a demon alligator and let's just open the box. And
All right. How do you guys feel about super gator? A geologist is monitoring a volcano when the super gator escapes from a secret lab.
Super
I believe
Gator.
this is real and it was a sci-fi film.
I feel like it's almost too lazy of writing
Yeah.
for you to have made that up. I'm going to go with real as well.
Okay.
That is real.
Yeah.
That is
Like all of
real.
the ones he's made up tonight have
Yes,
been way
it's
better
like we
than that.
want them to be real. You always create the ones that were like, yes, please let it be real. And you're like, no, it's fake. Xenomania Productions. We're on it.
Okay. This one will be a trick. Meth gator.
Yes, Gator.
Meth gator. A local sheriff has to stop a rampaging meth addicted alligator.
Real.
Fake.
I've
Real.
heard of meth. Meth Gator is sold at my local Walmart. All right.
They
Yeah, I got to start going to Walmart so I know some of these movies.
This was a cocaine bear
Yeah.
cash in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like right after,
Yeah.
right? Like a
Oh,
few months.
it was in very, very short order. Yeah. Gator Farm Massacre.
Gator Farm Massacre.
In the wake of a hurricane, the alligators at the Charbonneau Gator Farm, the Gulf's largest alligator preserve, have escaped and are tearing through
It's
Biloxi.
really good, but I'm gonna say fake.
Roxy. Fake.
It is
It's
fake.
now we know the tell. It's the long log line.
Okay, you think so, huh?
No, he got me with Biloxi, to be honest.
All right, our last one. Croc of the Damned. A crocodile has become
Damn you.
possessed by the a crocodile has become possessed by the ghost of Derek Todd Lee, the Baton Rouge serial killer.
That sounds good too. Damn it.
It's like the plot of Chucky, but
Yeah.
with a gator.
Derek Todd Lee is an actual
But
serial
there's
killer.
also a Charles Lee
Nice.
Ray.
There is also a Charles.
going
Lee Ray,
fake.
yes. But Derek
Wait, hold on. Derek what? Hold on. No.
Todd Lee is a real serial
All
killer.
right, fair. I was
I'm going to go with real. You're locked in. You can't change
All
your
right,
answer.
all
You
right,
can't
all
lose
right.
anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, it's a good thing he didn't change his answer because that one's fake also.
You're so proud of it, too.
I did a
You're
lot
so
of work.
proud of
I cannot tell you
That was
how I
good.
went looking for Louisiana
Was
area
good.
serial killers to possess an alligator.
I want to see that movie too, on all honesty.
Well, then use some hoodoo and voodoo to get it done. All right. Well, this alligator 1980 is not possessed. We mentioned Robert Forster. We didn't mention the leading lady's name, and there's also another
Michael
big name in it.
Gazzo.
Yeah, Michael Gazzo's in it. Who does he play,
well,
Ryan?
I think he's the chief, the police chief in Alligator, but I kept calling him the Don because he's in Godfather Part 2. And what kind of initiates Vito Corleone's start in the mafia? You know, so
Yeah.
each time I saw him, I was like, why
And
is
the-
he like not speaking Italian? It's a little disappointed.
And our leading lady is Robin Riker.
Yep.
Yeah, Robin Riker. And she does a great job in this, too.
She's really good in this.
Yeah, she is.
And our gator
Yeah.
hunter is Henry Silva, who
Yeah.
is definitely
And
recognizable.
he's phenomenal.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He did his part well. And Kane Hodder,
Quince 2.0.
Kane Hodder's the alligator.
Kane Hodder is the alligator, and Bryan Cranston is in the visual effects department.
No. No
which is kind
way.
of cool.
Yep.
He's got to be
That's
proud of that to
awesome.
this day, too.
And
You know he is.
and we have a repeat offender. We've been on a John Sayles kick. This is another John Sayles
Yeah, it
screenplay.
is.
Oh, wow. Cool.
This is the
Very
third
cool.
one in about a month and a half.
Well, he knocked it out of the park with this one. This movie had no business being as good as it was. And then, like, you could have taken away a lot of the stuff we love, the cool shots in the water, the way they did the sewer scenes, I don't know, the way they wrote in the bomb at the beginning of the movie, and then it came back at the end and stuff. And the way they did the ending to make it actually suspenseful was awesome, too. You can take all that away, and it's just still like a really good, suspenseful, well-written script.
Yep. It's tight. He doesn't leave loose ends. It's like if you see it happen, it's happening for a reason.
And it works. It's very smooth, and I think also like well-written script. But Robert Forrest and Robin Riker, Michael Gazzo, a lot of the actors really shine in this. And Robert Forrest is just awesome. And I gotta steal it from you because you meant
That's bait. That's bait.
Well,
I'm not taking it.
I was gonna mention
taking the
Jackie
bait.
Brown real quick because
Have to take the bait because it's
Forrester. Oh,
Like Finding Forrester,
I've
but
been
spelled
calling him
differently.
Forrest all day, son of a bitch.
Run, Forrest,
So-
run.
Do you guys want a couple
Yes.
reviews to start?
Yeah, let's hit it. And we'll go through a little plot.
As I said, the 1 stars were hard to find. I found them, but we'll start with a 5, which doesn't read like a 5. Hooky, which I'm guessing he means hokey, but hooky. Amusing, but a good movie to spend a cold day indoors. Alligator actually looked fairly real without modern movie technology. Was funny at times, but enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it. Would you enjoy it if it wasn't funny at times?
Yeah, it's a very strangely written review, which brings me to the 1 star. And this isn't just anybody's 1 star.
This person needs to be euthanized. Let me just put that out there. Anybody who gave this movie 1 star needs to not have their opinion matter.
You may regret that in a minute because he's already been no longer with us. This 1 star review is from Roger Ebert.
No.
Well,
keep
I don't regret that at all.
Keep that.
Who may not have even watched the movie, which will become clear as I read this. The alligator, this isn't the full review. This is just like sort of his summation. The alligator, on the other hand, is smart enough to travel all over the city without being seen. In one shot, he's in a suburban swimming pool, and second later, he's midtown.
That actually is a bit of a gripe because he does travel pretty far between those two scenes.
quick.
He does.
Yeah.
He does. You would not think it would be that easy for a 40-foot alligator to sneak around incognito. But then, and here's where I think he didn't watch it, New Yorkers are awfully blasé. Meanwhile, I suggest a
I
plan.
watched it. I thought it was New York.
Why not try flushing this movie down the toilet to see if it also grows into something big and fearsome?
You're
1
wrong,
star,
Mr.
Roger
Ebert.
Ebert.
You were wrong.
Ew, what a dick.
Raj didn't like
Yeah, no,
horror.
he's
Yeah,
wrong,
yeah.
everybody.
100%.
He's wrong in a lot of ways on that one. But that was a legitimate gripe. That was where he
The traveling.
where the
the
gator does.
traveling's
That's
okay,
one of the
yeah.
most harrowing scenes too. But not all the traveling, but that traveling in particular. Because most of the traveling, he has easy access to the waterways and back into the sewers, and the sewers are theoretically how he travels around. He didn't have a problem with it breaking through the sidewalk through concrete.
Well, he's a 40-foot alligator.
I mean, he may
freaking
have
animal.
earlier. This is like a multi-page review.
Oh,
Oh wow, got it.
Yeah. This was like
Yikes.
Alligator really pissed Roger Ebert off. This was the 1 thumb way down from him.
Cannot imagine why he would not like the movie on that scale. It was a very
we
entertaining movie.
talked about it before in a past episode. He and Siskel just hated horror films, it seems. Or, I mean, mostly slashers, but you can't really consider this a slasher, and he's bringing that slasher hate to it. Like, I get it. The alligator quickly travels, and you're going to notice that. But mention did he mention the writing, the directing? Like any technical?
Not favorably.
What a
Not favorably. This was not him. This was not for him. And listen, there's a world where I can sort of understand a level of fatigue because, you're 4 years removed from Jaws and there have been how many Jaws knockoffs in that time period. It would at that time probably be very easy to write this off as just another.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
And to not
That's
give
fair.
it sort of the attention that it really
But
deserved.
here's the biggest question. What would you consider the better of the Jaws? Like, I guess you can say, I don't want to say ripoffs because they're not, but would you consider Orca, Piranha, or Alligator? Because I'm changing my opinion
I
to
think Alligator's
Piranha's-
my peak.
Piranha's third in that for sure, and then it's between Orca and Alligator.
Yeah,
I'm
I-
with John. I think Alligator
Alligator-
takes it.
Alligator's the peak. Piranha's
Okay.
2 for me. Orca gets kind of too heavy.
Yeah, that's why I
That's
got
what I like
at
about
number
it.
2.
There are stakes. There's emotional
That-
stakes.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't always want the
Alligator-
emotional stakes when I'm watching killer animal movies.
I suppose that's fair. But Alligator, is there are campy moments with some of the kills and things like that where you're like, this is silly. And then they kind of hit
Yeah,
you
they
with
do.
a few, or at least one. But the kid in the
Oh,
pool one
God.
was rough.
In the
I hated
pool,
that
I was
scene.
rough.
Yeah, I hated that scene. And you
Well,
weren't
you
expecting
kind of
it either.
when they're leading him, you kind of sense something's like boating. And then when they do show the kid and a little bit of the pool moving a little bit, you can realize that the alligator's in there. And you think, oh, maybe this kid will see it, which he does, but they still push him in, and then it's just a pool of blood.
Because he's the only
Oh,
one that
yeah.
does.
Yeah.
The other kids never see it until there's a pool of blood. And it's also one of those scenes where you think you realize it's happening, and then you're sort of watching they're not gonna kill a kid.
Oh, they did.
For no
it's
reason.
it's a different swimming pool. There's something else there. It's just ripples in the water, and they're trying to build some tension. No,
I
that
like
kid's
that,
getting
though.
eaten.
There's no one's safe.
Yeah.
No one's safe.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
I
Nobody's
think he
safe.
mauls a few kids, or at least knocks a few kids around at that wedding too, or wherever they were.
The
For that
poor
one
maid.
scene. So at this point, we're probably not going to just run through the plot or anything like storyboard style, but we can kind of give you an idea. The detective, played by Robert
Forster.
That's where it's set.
I'm just making sure I'm getting it right because I'm gonna probably say his name.
Forster.
I mean, if we're rolling with these things, he's not.
No, he
alive.
passed away.
Yeah, he's dead.
Tim Curry is. Robert
Curry?
Forster is not.
Now, we had a whole text chain about this while watching the movie. It was pretty funny. He realizes something's up. They think there's a serial killer taking people out in the sewers, and it quickly becomes too fishy. The revelation that it's an alligator happens pretty
Yes.
early in the movie, but nobody's really behind him. He's sort of like, they're like, you're crazy. You let your partner die, and you're out of your mind now. Then he gets this super smoking hot scientist to come help out, and then he beds her, which is super Robert Forster.
The super hot scientist who is also the girl whose alligator gets flushed.
Yeah, that was a nice little tie-in because she's the one who flushed the gator. Well, her parents are the ones who flushed the gator.
Yeah.
But she fell in love with gators and stuff, and she was at that farm, and she became a scientist. It's all very nice and fun.
And there are so many things that tie in. The alligator's name is Ramon. And then there's this scene in Robert Forster's apartment where he has a painting by an artist whose first name is Ramon. I'm blanking on his last name at the moment.
I noticed that too.
But it's all these little touches.
Yeah, they really layered things into the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, it's just very well done. You can watch it a couple times and you enjoy it each time.
And I don't want to get on another soapbox about things, but you do have a level of cautionary tale that animals are not gifts.
Right.
They're not things
Which
to
is
just get on a
a
whim
good
and then get
message.
rid of. Don't give rabbits as Easter gifts. if you want a rabbit, adopt a rabbit and care for the rabbit. It's not a gift. It's not a plaything. And don't adopt alligators. What are you going to do with an
Put it in the
alligator?
bayou.
Keeps growing. Yeah, if it keeps growing, you're not in good shape there. I don't know. Do they
I don't
have
know.
gators in
I
St.
don't know
Louis?
a lot of
'Cause you can't just let it out there either.
no. I don't know a lot of alligator science, but one thing they put across is that an alligator will grow to the size of its environment.
Yes.
Yeah, they get big if they can.
Mhm.
I get pretty big. People think crocodiles get enormous and gators don't get very big.
Well,
Gators get big if
let's be
they're
fair.
allowed to.
I mean, she does mention in the movie, because she's a scientist and she knows all about this, is that they're not supposed to grow 40 feet, especially if they're underground. However,
well, that one
those
couldn't,
bastards
yeah.
at Slate Industries,
They don't get that big.
they
Yeah.
throwing those
Those bastards.
bastards. They're testing dogs, and they're throwing the dogs in the sewers. And that, you know what? I do like that nod too. When Robert Forrester goes into the pet shop and he's like, "My dog was taken. I need a new one." And the guy's like, "Oh, I don't know what happened." And he's technically the one taking the dogs to bring them to the lab. I was so happy when he got it. I was like, yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
You know, and
was
you
good
know
all
he's
around.
going to. You know,
I didn't
he's
think it was going to be that
to.
quick.
And almost. Well, I mean, at that point, he served his purpose
True.
to the movie.
True. I thought he would like keep going, because I felt like there should have been a little more maybe with like the scientists, because I mean you do have that good feel at the end of what happens to them, but I feel like a couple more scenes to show how vile they are, and like you get the idea, you get the connection with Slade and the alligator,
Yeah.
but it's like I feel like maybe you can be more in your face, if I had to say, if that's fair to say.
Right.
Because she got that idea, but then it's like maybe a little more there. But it's a great movie though.
Yeah, that's fair. I would say that the dog corpses winding up in the sewer is not necessarily Slade's fault, in that
No.
they don't know that that's how he's disposing of them, but it's your fault.
Yeah.
I think that's the kind of equivocating
Yeah.
that we do, but it's your fault.
And so that, listeners, is why the gator gets so big, by the way. Just so that's how they tie that in. And that's how they make the first death pretty cool, because we like when he died.
It's the music too.
Yep.
The dun dun dun
Yep.
dun dun dun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
not the Jaws rip-off music when it's stalking things in the beginning. They depart from that after a while.
Yeah.
But
They
it's
really
funny
did,
when
yeah.
they keep it with it. They kind of switch back from like the other way.
It's like
which is interesting.
1 minute Jaws ripoff to Piranha ripoff. That's
They're
a little-
little
in the water.
I mean, it's John Sayles. It's John Sayles
True.
writing his own movies again.
What are you writing, John? Alligator. It's about a loose alligator.
Speaking of Jaws ripoffs, they bring in the crocodile hunter, and this one, spoiler alert, everybody, this one doesn't get killed by a stingray.
Oh,
But this one gets killed by an alligator.
And this is
After
the,
being
like,
super racist, by the way.
oh, they set that guy up to be such a dirtbag, and it's
Yeah.
so well done. Like, and it's in that kind of way that people wouldn't even necessarily always recognize that he's a racist, but talking to the city kids like they're
Yeah.
tribesmen in Africa, and he's on a lion hunt, and they know the area, so they're gonna lead him
Oh.
right to the predator that
I was
he's
just shaking my
hunting.
head during that entire time.
And then one dude finally has to knuckle under and be like, yeah, I'm
Well,
going.
because he calls them
Goes out.
pansies, basically. He's like, "Oh, you don't have the balls," and they're like, "Fine, I'll go." And then that was a great death scene too, because like,
Yeah, that was one of my favorite
yeah,
scenes
you
in the
just-
movie.
Yeah.
He
yes,
pops out of the
and then
garbage.
they do like a
He's waiting for
what they
him.
do. They did a close up. They did a far shot, and you just see the alligator just chomping on him, and the guy's just trying to fire bullets,
Yeah.
and nothing's firing.
Uh-huh.
Well, you can't get the bolt action rifle to work. And they call, well, also, he treats it like a shotgun, and that's a rifle. So he's trying to pump the rifle, which is kind of interesting. And I rewatched that scene a few times to see if it was getting it wrong. And I was like, no, he's trying to use it like a shotgun. This is bizarre as hell. And obviously, but maybe they did that on purpose because it didn't fire. So he didn't know what he was
I
doing.
was just gonna say because there was enough
Mhm.
rounds in that. He only fired approximately 4.
Two,
I thought
right? Oh, when he
Mhm.
was getting eaten?
I would
Was
say
it 4?
2 to the alligator, 3 when he got attacked, and then 1 when it dropped. As much as real as they were trying to, of course, make it. I mean, if a rifle's falling on concrete and it hits the right way, I would think it would just ricochet or like go off. I might be mistaken.
I would sort of say this too about that, about what you noticed about the pump, and maybe I'm like sort of reading too deep into this. It's sort of like the moment of panic of this guy who has envisioned himself as the alpha hunter, suddenly not being the alpha hunter anymore,
he
and
broke
being the
he
hunted.
he broke
Got
his own
ate.
rule. He broke a horror rule. He was drinking. I mean, Robert Forrester broke a rule too, but we're going to accept that because that's Robert Forrester. But
He got eaten?
well,
He got
yeah. I
raped?
mean that's a. I
Really,
mean,
bro?
he.
But it was like a romantic love scene. It wasn't around the back of the Volvo. She was at her mom's house, which was also
Hold on,
weird. It was like,
hold on.
all right, we're going upstairs now. She's in a throw.
Do you mean in the back of a
Mhm.
Volkswagen?
Someplace very uncomfortable.
Ben Affleck. What was he thinking? It's a schooner.
He was thinking he needed the money. That was
Yes.
so early in Ben Affleck's
Listen,
career.
I love mole rats. That was my first Kevin Smith encounter besides Dogma. So
People are going to be so confused how we were talking about mall rats before we started recording. So it's on his mind, everybody. That's why he jumped to mall rats. I mean, well, there was a tertiary connection, but it was already on his mind. All right. So yeah, the hunter gets eaten, and not just getting chomped on, but the actual swallowing of him was pretty cool. And John's got a bit
Yeah.
of trivia for you on that. Wasn't that the guy who did the effects that got swallowed, not the actor?
really,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because I thought we figured that out because the
No,
name.
I don't know if we
guys
did.
oh, was he
on
like a stunt
screen.
double?
Oh, see, I watched the
I'm
disc,
taking a
so the
look.
name didn't come up on the screen. You watched it on Amazon.
Yeah, but the Amazon. One of the things I said early on was Amazon wasn't putting the actors' names up, which
They
made me
did
furious.
that on mine too. I was looking for it. It took me like I kept clicking it, and I was like, "Where is it? Where the hell is it?"
Yeah.
I'm paying.
And it's annoying because they do it and it spoils a goddamn movie, but they won't do it when it's a freaking
Come on,
masterpiece.
listen.
Yeah.
Flip it, put Alligator up, and take the one from Frailty off, please, Amazon. Thank you.
Yeah,
We spend
there you
$100 a
go.
year for Amazon Prime. You can do us that favor.
I forgot about
Now they're
that.
gonna take Frailty off. They're gonna be like,
pay
screw you,
for that.
Xenomania. Now we're gonna spoil. We're
I
gonna.
don't
Yeah,
think Bezos
I'm-
watches the show.
I'm sure we're a huge blip on the Amazon
I
radar.
hope so, man. Come on now, number 1. Come on.
The only way
We're
I
on- we're there
register on it, the only way I register on Amazon is how much money I spend.
That's true.
That's
too.
another plus. All right.
All
Advertising.
right. They got my books and they do stream our
Yeah, they-
podcast. So do it.
Anyway, so let's hit on. Usually these are 1 stars, but like
I'm
I
happy.
said, not
I'm
a lot
happy
of
about
ones.
that.
Here's a
I
5.
am really happy because you know what? This movie deserves 3 stars and above. This is, if we're doing it out of 5, for me, this is a 4.5 out of 5.
Yeah, if orange is the new
I-
black, then 3 stars is the new 1
Yeah.
star for Alligator.
So 5
None of that
stars.
makes sense. I said it.
7 out of 5.
And I feel like for the most part, any one of us could have written this. 5 stars. Watched this as a kid when it first came out, and it scared me in theater. This is one of my personal favorite low-budget horror movies of the 80s. It's entertaining all the way through. Special affects are on point
Affects
as
or
well.
ethics?
Oh,
He wrote affects.
Mm. I'm not gonna.
I think I'm purposely trying to kill the English teacher now. So
Yeah, you did a good job. That was like a gut
Affects.
punch.
It's effects, buddy. I'm gonna give it to you.
I'm not even a grammarian, but that one hurts. That one's like egregious.
I'm gonna hear one of the kids, and I know which one is gonna say, "Hey, you ever see special effects in a movie, Mr. Moore?" And I'm gonna be like, "What? You mean effects?"
Remember, kids, if it causes something, it's an affect. If it is the result of something, it is an effect. An effect is a noun. It is a thing. It is a thing.
if you're really unsure, use impact.
Yeah.
Fair.
That could work too.
I will guarantee you, if you read something that I wrote and I used impact, it's 90% of the time because I wasn't 100% sure which one to use.
I still roll back and look at them again and again and again. I'm like, wait, am I right on this? Because it's super confusing. It's one of the worst things in our language, I think.
There and there.
Besides, another fun one. There, and there. But that one's not as bad. It's also like, you know the rule, but you go back and you look at it, you're like, I screwed that up. Damn it. Anyway, moving on. So is there a 1-star on as well? Or is it just the 5-star?
I have a half star for you.
How do we do these?
Oh,
half
Jesus.
stars?
Now you're just trying to rage bait.
This is a rage baity half star too. Half star. What a pile of
aggressive.
ever-loving
I 100%
trash.
disagree.
How in the world did this receive 84% from critics on Rotten Tomatoes? This is just one example of proof that the critics here have lost their minds. I remember watching this as a kid in the 80s, and the alligator in the sewer premise was attractive to me then, but I didn't remember much else about it.
What else is
So-
attractive to
The
you?
skin.
So thought I'd give it another viewing. It's also listed as one of the top films about
I
killer
agree.
alligators. Unbelievable. Unless you like poor creature effects, at least he got that right, and ridiculous dialogue, inane alligator attack scenes, and plot, and mostly
And
just
plots.
plan
But we've
just
been raving about all
bland,
night.
bad acting, then I suggest not wasting your time with this one. Easy as can be. Watch Rogue instead.
What's Rogue?
Nate, what is Rogue?
Oh,
Another
Rogue's pretty
alligator
good.
movie?
Rogue is I believe Rogue was a crocodile. I think it's set in Africa. I also believe I believe it's based on a true story. I'm trying to remember.
There's a man-eater. There's a Ballin episode on that. If you guys want to patronize another YouTuber he's doing quite well for himself. But yeah, if you're listening, you want to just look into that quickly. That's a cool story. That gator killed the shit out of those people. Like a lot of them.
Yeah.
The crocodile,
I
I
think
should
the lead
say.
actress in that was the woman who was in at least one of the Silent Hill movies. Rada Mitchell. I don't know how to pronounce her first name. It's Radha.
Redha. Rada?
Radha.
Radha. Rada.
Something like that.
Radha.
I've never heard it said. Yeah.
Radha?
It's rad.
I'm just thinking of like that being a name from Star Wars. Who's this Jedi? Radha. What part of the force are you practicing?
She had a moment in the aughts.
We're broke pretty bad. All right. We're keeping this in. So she was good in Rogue?
Yeah, I mean, Rogue's a good movie. It's not Alligator, but Rogue's a decent movie.
I'm gonna say I disagree with the whole idea with the plot being messed up. The only thing that I had question on was he shoos her away, and like he's like goodbye and all that, and then he goes to the mom's house, and then she's in the rope in the room, and like he's apologizing to her, but he's on top of her while he's apologizing. He's like, I'm just sorry.
Yeah, they moved it real quick. I'm sorry. Let me give you some Robert Forrest dick, and make everything all right, baby.
That's how it went.
I mean,
that's how
And
it
indeed
went.
it does.
Yeah, that's 1980s seduction right there.
Yeah, it's kind of a little bit of sexual assault mixed
I
in.
mean, if you go back as far as Goldfinger, I mean, the barnyard scene,
Oh
and
yeah,
the same thing with Man in
that's.
the Golden Gun when Roger Moore's his version of Bond smacks Maud Adams, and then they start making out.
I mean, like women aren't into that. And I'm not like telling tales outside of school here. We're all aware you
Yeah.
read porn, ladies. So, and the dragon riders choking you and whatnot. Like we figured it out. So like we know that that was the way they got that done back then in the movies and whatnot. And there was too much of that going on in the homes that wasn't okay. But let's watch Barbarian again and we get a better handle.
Rewatch. That will be a live watch on Patreon
Yeah.
eventually.
But it was a funny scene, by the way, where they did just like, yeah, they're supposed to have sex. We're just going to have them like actively getting into it while they're talking about stuff from the plot.
I'm sorry. How's that alligator kiss scene? Oh man, it's 40 feet long kiss scene. Are you talking about my alligator or the alligator kiss scene? And then action. But it
It's cool.
I just it's like what the hell, man? You could have just done it better. Maybe like have them talk and then have the sex scene. You know? Were they limited?
Stock in that movie grows exponentially. And when we get to the end, they decide they're going to blow it up, which is a smart way to go. Everything else hasn't worked. It's eating a bunch of people,
Well,
including
yeah.
the mayor and whatnot, which is
Destroys
pretty
the
funny.
wedding.
Well, yeah, before
We
we
can
get
touch on that.
fully to there, we get the wedding scene that's very much a Jaws 4 moment before Jaws 4 existed, where you have an alligator hunting specific people, seemingly. Because that alligator is going straight for the Slade
Oh, yeah.
Industries wedding.
Yeah.
He had a purpose.
Which was pretty funny.
It gets a mayor, it
Yep.
gets Slade, it gets a
It
bunch
crushes
of
Slade.
guests.
It crushes the
Mhm.
limo.
In the car.
I was like
yeah,
watching,
it's
I'm
pretty
like, are
cool.
we compacting this car with your tail right now? I am so in it.
And then you just see the blood trickling out. If you watch closely too and watch the cut scenes of him, he's like sitting in a black room, but he's supposed to be in the back of the limo, and all he's doing in it is he's
Yeah.
going like this. Oh, he's leaning over. It's pretty funny. So yeah, he messes that up, and then they decide they're going to blow him up. They come full circle with that bomb idea from the fake bomber, or the bomber with the fake bomb in the beginning of the movie that he takes out, and then while the bomb is primed and ready, the alligator is chasing him, and he climbs up, and then very similar scene where he lost not even his partner, just some rando red shirt guy. From the police force that you knew was going to die the second.
Yep.
He's like, I'll go with you. And he's waiting to push the manhole cover off, and perfect setup in my opinion. The garbage truck stops, the old lady pulls up right up to it, and the car wheel is on the manhole cover. And who shows up to yell at her, and she does give her what for?
Is Dr. Marissa Kendall. And she just forces herself in there. She just
She
pushes
shoots
her
her.
over.
Yeah, she shoves the old blue hair out of the way because she's not picking up what she's laying down. She's like, yeah. And she gets the car off. He gets out and then somehow manages to save her, which was pretty funny. It's like he grabs her and covers her. And then they have that cool scene where it blows up. You do see the alligator definitively gets killed. He's done. And then all the manhole covers in the city blow off, which
I was
is pretty cool
disappointed the
scene.
old lady didn't blow up. I was waiting for that. I was like, this woman's gonna blow up. Just
That would have been neat.
that's what
she
get.
They just made her so dumb. It was the worst indictment of the elderly I've seen on film in a long time. It was like, God, look at this useless little bag ready to ruin the whole movie. But it builds that whole her being in the way, builds tension in a perfect way that I wasn't expecting in that final scene.
Yeah.
I was kind of like gripping the couch for a second there. And I knew how
watching it, I was like, oh shit, he's gonna die. I was like, this is how they're gonna do it. They're gonna do him dirty like this. Like basically, and I was thinking about this as we're talking about it. In Lethal Weapon, when Mel Gibson's character, Riggs, he stops the guy with the gun and stuff. In the beginning in the police station, they're like, oh, he's a lethal weapon. Technically, Robert Forrester did it first in this movie. All right. So I love Lethal Weapon, but Lethal Weapon stole from Alligator. All right.
Well, I think a few movies may have. Like, people don't give this movie
'Cause
enough
I
credit.
was
Yeah, I mean,
It's got, like, he just mentioned
Yeah.
Jaws 4 literally writes that exact through line into the movie.
so
Mhm.
Alligator is the premise
Yeah.
for most of our stuff in the 80s that we either love or love to make fun of, which is phenomenal.
I mean, I feel that way.
Mhm.
I feel like it could be that way. It's crazier things have happened.
I
But
I
all
think
right.
when we get into top fives, you're
Yep.
gonna hear the extent of the influence of this movie. And
Well, funny you should
Oh.
mention that because we're gonna.
So,
now. It's
Hey.
time.
oh wait, hold on. I have one more really brief 1-star for you, and I really want to do it just because they
Rock it.
were so hard to find.
Do
1
it.
star. 1 star. Rubber alligator goes berserk in Chicago.
Berserk.
Really, really piss poor.
Berserk.
Really piss poor?
Berserk.
At least you got the
And-
city right.
Berserk?
Yeah.
Not Berserker.
Berserk. Berserk.
Berserk. Yeah, Berserk. Berserk.
Oh, sorry.
The mark. The curse mark from Berserk.
Oh,
Come on, man.
I'm getting it, but I'm also thinking of Clerks, Berserker, you know.
Yeah.
Would you like some making fun?
What did you say? This shit rocks, man.
All right, that's the end of the episode. You guys are done.
So-
We're doing top fives. Baby.
So
That
here's
was
the thing about our
Alligator.
top fives. John and I are doing both top 5 Robert Forster movies. So we are actually going to go
Yep.
back and forth between our top 5s to see if any of ours match or if they're different. So,
Neat. You're still on your time limit, though.
what?
It's the first time we have
It
the
is.
same top fives.
It
That's
is.
pretty cool, man. All right. So which one goes first? Do I do a coin flip?
Oh, thank
Ryan
you.
can go
And I'm
first.
going to start off pretty easy. We're going back to a past Xenomania episode. Robert Forster makes a great appearance in this and saves the movie, in my opinion. And that's Uncle Sam. Enough said on that. Robert Forster
Agreed.
saved that movie. I popped when I
Mhm.
saw him.
Mhm.
So I did.
Wait, did you?
did. Before Alligator, too.
Top to what?
Well, we were in class.
What did you
Why are
pop?
we asking clarifying questions?
Boing.
The
All right. So my number 5 is a movie called The Banker.
okay.
And so Robert Forster plays a police officer investigating the serial murders of high-priced prostitutes before his ex-wife becomes a victim. And this has Richard Roundtree,
Okay.
who's Shaft,
Yeah.
and you get 70s, late 60s, 70s pop star Leif Garrett also.
What a cool poster. So the banker.
I'm going to definitely check that
Yeah,
out.
it's a pretty cool movie.
Yeah, I'm presuming
Yeah.
70s? 1989.
1989.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
I
yeah.
feel like the 70s and 80s, if you want those good, like, thriller cop films, you're going to find it in that era.
One of the pictures is him just holding a crossbow that's pointed at us. I'm pretty into that. All right. What is it?
All right,
What's your
number
next one,
4.
Ryan?
We're going all over the planet on this one. And my number 4 stars Chuck Norris, Lee Marvin, and Robert Forster as the villain Abdul Rafai, and that's Delta Force.
This is one of the
Yes.
best freaking movies you could ever hope to have had on coming on at 8:00 when you were a
8
kid.
o'clock.
And they ran it the whole week. There's like a million. We had the in clock
It used to
movie
be on
for
Channel
Delta
11
Force.
at like 2
Mhm.
o'clock in the afternoon on Sunday.
Oh yeah, they did the Saturdays and stuff. Yeah, they
Why?
did those too. Because they would run them all
Well,
back
the
to
second
back.
one's
back.
Yeah.
I like when he was like the way he was in the camp and the Chuck Norris and they put like the battery chargers on his like nipples and they're like, if you fall, your son gets shot in the face. It's
Mhm.
stupid shit. It's so 80s. I loved it.
so good.
Yep. That and Invasion USA were like always
Yes.
on.
And
It would have special weeks for Charlie Bronson, things like that too. And of course, Van Damme. Van
you know, the
Damme and
weirdest
Dweeb.
connection I saw
Yep.
was Delta Force, and then following it was just had the title. Patrick Swayze, Charlie Sheen, Red Dawn. Red Dawn followed it one day, and I was like, "What the hell are we doing?" I love it too, but was like you go from Delta Force to Red Dawn.
I mean, it
It's
kind of
supposed to
fits. It
pro
fits better with
American,
Invasion
man.
USA, but it kind of
I was
fits.
just like, you go from Chuck Norris to
There.
like Patrick Swayze and a young Charlie Sheen. It's like, all right, we're doing something. But what's your number 4? I want to see if we're.
My number 4, it's the only one I feel like, well, there's 2 I feel like you might have. Number 4 for me is Maniac Cop 3.
No,
Nice.
I didn't
I didn't
put
know
it
he
on
was in
there.
that. That's crazy.
Yep. As Dr. Powell in the return of killer cop Matt Cordell, who has been resurrected by a voodoo priest.
Yep.
It's still William Lustig directing and Larry
Yep.
Cohen writing.
There's only 3 of them, I think, right? Yeah. The second one's
Yes.
got Robert Devine. The third one does too.
Yep. Yep. This one has both of those 80s Roberts. It's got Robert Davey and Robert Zadar.
Davey. I always call him Devine. It's like Divine.
It's a bit. Honestly, it's a cooler way of saying his name. Speaking of Divine, and I'm sorry, Kearns, but I got to do this. I watched this movie called Trouble Out
Okay.
of Mind, I believe. Divine is in it, but not in drag, and I think it's the only time I've ever seen Divine.
I'm going to
not
be
in
fair on
drag.
this. Since I've seen who Divine is, I've never seen them out of drag either. So that's like a rarity right there.
Send you guys
Please,
a picture.
I'm curious
It's
in this.
weird.
Because like
You know who it is, but it's weird.
just like thinking about it, but like it makes me feel like this other person in my number 3. And like,
Nice segue.
You know,
Ellie. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not the wrong person, but this person was the wrong person. And Robert Forster, thank you, by the way. I don't know. He plays a secondary character named Murphy, but he's very important in this war between Morgan Freeman as the boss and Sir Ben Kingsley as the rabbi, with Josh Hartnett in the middle as Slevin. It's lucky number Slevin. And Robert Forster, he does
Younger
play a
Slevin.
part in it, an important part, along with Bruce Willis. But it's just Josh Hartnett, Slevin is caught in the wrong place, the wrong time, in between a battle between the rabbi and the boss, and the twists and turns in that. I'll be honest, I bought that on a whim. I think it was like at FYE, that it was on sale for $10. I picked it up, gave it a shot.
Probably sold it.
He
to you.
probably did.
My number 3.
I think
Oh,
he's just
There we
doing
go.
that screw with me.
Vigilante as Eddie Marion, whose wife and son are brutally attacked by a gang leader. When the man is acquitted after bribes, Eddie goes after the corrupt judge and winds up with a short prison stint and emerges to join a gang of vigilantes. With Fred the Hammer Williamson and William Lustig directing again.
All right.
Cool.
I do like that name. It's just the hammer.
So that doesn't match your number 3, but what is your number 2?
My number
Ryan?
2. Do you ever feel like you have a split personality? Maybe multiple
All the time.
personality disorder? Well, Robert Forster,
that.
as Colonel Partington, has to deal with Jim Carrey as either Charlie Bailey or Hank Evans in Me, Myself, and Irene.
I forgot he was in this. Best scene in that movie is when he pisses and then it hits the wall and he goes, Irene, why am I pissing like I was up all night having sex?
The best scene, I think, I've always loved it, is when he finally goes off and he goes through the marketplace. He drowned.
played the music.
Well, he doesn't drown, but he's putting the girl in the friggin' fountain, and she's like, "Fuck you, Charlie." He's like, "My name's not Charlie. My name's Hank," and he just keeps drowning her. She's like, "My father's gonna hear about this," and then he crashes through the harbor.
Good stuff. I wonder though, this one might actually have. We might actually have a sync up here. John, you have Me, Myself, and Irene for number 2?
Oh,
Nope.
I don't have Me, Myself, and Irene at all.
Wow.
But I think my number 2 almost has to be Ryan's number 1 at this point. My number 2, Quentin Tarantino, Jackie Brown
Yep.
Yeah,
Yes.
Jackie
As-
Brown.
as Max Cherry, whose character's very inspired by David Madison in Alligator.
Yep. John popped that information for me, and I
I'll
was
let-
like, yes. Sorry.
Alligator is a Tarantino movie too. He loves that.
Oh, God.
Yeah, good for
he's
him.
into all that, like thriller, old stuff, and it shows in his movies, and it's showed since Reservoir Dogs, like that graininess, the thrill.
Oh, his
God.
range. Yeah. Like all the stuff he puts in the movies, and see the Hateful Eight and things like that, you really get an idea of how wide his net is for
I
what he
mean,
likes to watch. He's been inspired by
It
quite a
starts
bit.
off in True Romance, and he wrote True Romance, he
Kearns.
wrote Natural Born Killers, but Natural Born Killers, Oliver Stone changed it. He changed it to his direction.
Ah.
But True Romance, you want to see range? It wasn't Ridley Scott, his brother. Tony Scott.
Tony.
Tony Scott directed it. Yep.
Tony
and
Scott.
the only thing that he changed was the ending. So, spoiler alert, real quick, if you don't mind. In the original ending, Christian Slater and Patricia Arquette die. They get shot up and they're dead. And Tony Scott said, "I don't like the ending because you should see these kids live a happy life." And he did that.
That's a good way to do it. Honestly, I like that ending.
I think I
more
agree.
Than dying.
I like them living ending
So here's-
much better.
Yeah, they already got Dennis.
Well,
Hopper,
he
yeah.
wasn't a Sicilian, but he
Yeah.
Tarantino fought him
Yeah.
on that. He said, I don't want you to do this. And then he saw it and he was like, you know what? I'm going to admit you were right. Tony, you were right. This is a 10 times better ending. And I think there is
Figures.
footage of that, the original ending.
She said, "You're so
He's like,
cool."
Can I see Patricia's feet now? But anyway,
Oh,
he you know, I love the man.
Snaggletooth.
And Jackie Brown
Snaggletooth.
does it well with the black exploitation genre. And Michael Keaton, his character also appears. His character, he plays ATF agent Ray Nicolette. He was in another movie as the same character. So this is like one of those Tarantino projects where, even though Tarantino wrote it, it's based on a book called Rum Punch, and the character played by Michael Keaton, like I said, Ray Nicolette, is featured in other stories, and he was in another movie as well, the character, later on. And it's a little connection. It's pretty cool.
That is cool. John, do you have anything to say about not True Romance?
About
Brown?
Jackie Brown, just that it would probably be my number one if it were a horror movie. I'll let Ryan get the plot.
What's your number
Well,
one?
the plot is pretty simple. We have Jackie Brown, basically.
No, we don't have to do
What?
the plot of Jackie Brown. Be quiet. Everybody knows you have to.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
what's John's number one? We're done with
She's a
Jackie
flight
Brown.
attendant who smuggles money between the United States and Mexico, basically for Samuel Jackson.
This isn't an episode on Jackie Brown. God damn it.
Books are
God
flying
damn it.
everywhere.
God damn it.
Just,
Yeah.
I'll just
We're
say
good on
watch it.
Jackie Brown. John, you're up. What's your number one? John?
My
It's
number
top
one
five, getting out of
is
control.
The Wolf of
Ooh.
Snow Hollow.
Oh, cool. He's in that movie called The Wolf of
Yeah.
Snow
like it.
Hollow.
Yep. He is Sheriff Hadley, and it's one of his last roles. So, small town is terrorized by what appears to be a werewolf. Deputy Sheriff John Marshall heads the investigation while caring for his ailing father, Hadley. And I can't believe I've never talked about this movie on here before. This is so good.
Spoiler. Is he a werewolf? No,
No.
I might be confusing something else.
It's like part crime drama, like with the investigation and part horror movie.
Okay.
It's so good. I gotta put it
You
on
know,
our
it's-
calendar. I think you guys will love it. It's so
Good.
well done. It's such a surprise.
Sounds good. All right, guys. That was Xenomania episode on Alligator.
Have a good one, guys.
See ya.
Be very